Hello everyone, this is Iqbal Khan, and today we are working on this Nagasaki Crab Apple tree. It's 35 years old and it was grown from a sapling by Mike Jones, and I acquired it from him, and I've had it for a few years now, and it's time to tidy up and the pot, and also it needs pruning. I've left it to grow, and there's a good reason for it. I wanted to take cuttings. Last year I took cuttings, but they were too late. Took cuttings to propagate, but it was too late. So this year I thought I'd let it grow and then take some cuttings and remove these leaves. And that's one. And I'll do a few of these and then dip them in rooting powder and stick them in this little pot here. I'm going to cut this the bottom bit at an angle, and then just scrape a bit of the bark off, helps with the rooting, and dip it into, sticking a bit of water, and then that's the rooting powder. The end having been dipped in rooting powder, then stick it in here. Start from this end, make a little hole and stick it in. Right, so we'll continue with this and take some more cuttings. And we are in the first week of June, and I'm hoping that this will work this time. Last year we were too late and it just didn't work. So that's the other one. And once I've taken my cuttings, that's when after that I'll start to prune and tidy up the tree. And again, do that, dip in a bit of water, rooting powder, and it's ready to go in. This method of propagating is much better than growing from seed, as it speeds things up. And the other advantage is where you can't get seeds. Now this is quite a rare variety, so to try and get hold of seeds for this variety is not possible, or would be difficult. It is possible, but would be difficult. And the best way is to propagate it with cuttings, and these I'm hoping to give to a friend up north. That's what I did it last year, and it didn't work, unfortunately. So I hope it works and he can have his Nagasaki Crab Apple tree, sapling. I'll take as many as the tree will allow me to, or as many as there are to be taken. That's another one. The other method, of course, is the air layering, which really creates it 2 trees out of 1, or as many air layers as you have. that's the number of trees you get. But with a tree like this, air layering is not an option because it's a beautiful tree, and I have no intention of reducing it in size, so air layering is out of the question as far as this tree is concerned. But with air layering you get instant, within a matter of 6 to 8 weeks you get another tree. When it's separated, when the air layer is separated, it can be planted and you have virtually an instant tree. And it takes years and years from having to grow from seed or even saplings or cuttings. So that is a very surefire method of getting another tree instantly from a mother tree. And also it comes in very useful if the size of the tree has to be reduced and an air layer is done, so you achieve the objective to reduce the size of the tree and also end up with a second tree which is identical to the first one in every way, and is fairly quick for it to be the size it is. Okay, here goes. That's another one. I'll do as many of these as possible, and because it's difficult to get hold of, I'll probably hang on to a few of these and grow on. Possibly plant them out in my garden, that way they grow faster and thicken faster. I also tend to put a tile under the trunk so that the taproot doesn't develop or the roots don't go straight down, but grow horizontally over the tile, and when it's time to take it out, it becomes easier to sort the roots out. Right, I'm on the hunt for another one. There are a few more. I think, yes, there are a few more to be taken. That's a nice one. So we just carry on with taking the cuttings and propagating them. It takes between 6 to 8 weeks. It just depends on the weather here. And sometimes today it's nice and warm. It's actually hot, but that's not always the case. Even middle of summer it can be very cold. It just depends on the weather. And I also put, after I've prepared all the cuttings and put them in the pot and watered it, I then put it in a plastic bag and to create humidity and speed things up a bit. And that's what we will do with this. So far this is the 6th one. It goes here. And I think there may be 1 or 2 more, and that would be it really. Yep, there's one more here. All this is new growth, and I will go around and see if there are any more to be had. And basically it's quite simple, that the fact that I'm doing these, it doesn't make any difference if I do 3, 5, 7, 10. I might as well do more of them. Create a cut, scrape a little bit off, and we're ready to go. Dip it in water, dip it in rooting hormone, and in it goes. Right, so that's 7 so far. Just give it a turn and see if there are any more to be had. Yep, but they're getting smaller. That's okay. That's very small, but we'll have a go. Put that here. This is slightly larger than the previous one. I think let's do the larger ones first. I think that's it. I've exhausted the supply of really thin, long, thin new growth. And after this, that really is it. Again, continue the process, create the cut, scrape a bit of the bark off, dip in water, dip in rooting hormone, and stick it here. And the last baby one. Just as a matter of interest to see what happens, if this will be interesting to see if this baby one roots. Okay, cut is done, bark is scraped, stick in water, dunk in the rooting hormone. It's covered enough. Yep, that'll do. And then it goes in. Yep, there it is. Now I'm going to go and water it off camera and bring it back. So I'll be right back. Well, here's the pot, and I've got 9 little cuttings which are prepared. It's been watered and it's now going to be placed into this white plastic bag. I'm going to tie the top up and place it in a semi-shade location where it gets morning sun. I have done this before, it does work, and I did that with Chinese elms and European wild olive, and I'll bring those over to show on the camera. So here we have these cuttings which were propagated last year, and they have rooted and they're out in my garden in the sun. And here we have 3 European wild olives, and then there are 7 Chinese elms. And at some stage I'll keep growing them, and also I may plant them out in the garden to thicken. That's the Chinese elms, because the European olives, they need to be taken indoors in winter as they wouldn't survive out here. So the European olives will be potted in small pots and taken indoors around September time, and the Chinese elms, I will plant them out in the garden to speed up their growth and fattening of the trunks. That's all for now, folks. Thank you for watching, and to watch more, please subscribe. This is Iqbal Khan for mikbonsai in West London.